I remember when the number one prayer point on my list was that I would pass junior WAEC. Fast forward to many years later and many other experiences later, at some point, 2022/2023, my prayer point was that IRCC would approve my visa and I would be able to come to Canada to study, right? And to the glory of God, I'm now in Canada studying. But the point of this, my backstory, is just to let you know, or to help you see that at different points in your life you would have different prayer requests. You would have things you're trusting, hoping, waiting for, or working towards. And sometimes in the whole process, like, it's not always going to be easy. It's not always going to be a straight line. It's not always going to be linear, like, okay, you apply and then the feedback you get is that it's approved, or you got it, or you applied for this job and then congratulations, you got the job. Unfortunately, that's not always going to be the case. And there's a temptation to try to compare yourself, to try to say, oh, because you finished school with this person, the person has a job now, the person is married, and you are just trying to navigate a lot of things. But you have a responsibility to yourself, present self and future self, to cancel that temptation, to compare yourself. And even if you find yourself comparing yourself, try to get past it. Try to move beyond what you're saying, like move beyond just this is what it looks like, this is how I feel. Like you're above your feelings, like you have power over your feelings, right? And regardless of how you feel, as valid as your feelings are, you can step on your feelings, you can step past your feelings and direct your thoughts, direct your mind. And another thing too is the fact that what you consume has a very high tendency to be what you would think about a lot, like it's be on your mind a lot. So if you're constantly just focusing on everybody else is moving ahead, everybody else seems to be doing so much and I'm doing so little, then that's what to be in your mind. But if you're constantly trying to improve, constantly trying to grow, trying to make headway in your life, like you have goals, you have plans, you're working towards them, no matter how small or insignificant, in quotes, your growth or your progress seems like, I'm so sure it's only a matter of time. The difference between you and success, or the difference between you now and a better future, is constant efforts. Difference is just time, to be very honest. You're not behind in life, nobody's chasing you, you're not in a race with somebody and you are trying to be the one to get there first. Like, don't look at life in that way, as a race, as a competition of who's going to reach the finish line first, who's going to marry first, who's going to finish their masters first. All of those things, they would just confuse you, they would distract you. Social media is amazing, like it's such a great tool, but the downside to it is the fact that we're looking at people's lives, we're seeing snippets. Some of us don't even realize that you just get to see snippets of people's lives. No matter how many times a person posts on Instagram, on YouTube, wherever, even if they post every single day, guess what? They can't record the entire 24 hours of their day. And so, if out of 24 hours, they record for 1 hour, which is even a lot, you don't get to see everything. You don't get a 360 view of somebody's life. And best believe that a lot of times, in the down times, like, you would not want to post. That's like not the time you'll be picking up a camera to record. I mean, more often than not, but not every time. But I definitely picked up my camera to record this beautiful brownie. Anyway, back to the point. So that's not the time that somebody's going to want to pick up their camera, pick up their phone, record. And even if they do record, some of us do it for record keeping, for our own selves. It will never leave our gallery. Some of us don't even record downtimes at all. All we remember to record more often than not is the celebrations, the excitement, the times where we're very happy that we're living the life that we actually want to live, we're enjoying ourselves, we're really soaking up this beautiful life that God has blessed us with. So whenever you feel like this person is always winning, this person is always posting, this person is always happy, remember that they're not posting everything. And even if they're posting everything, even though, but genuine people that are just excited about life and we're very outgoing, very excited, very joyous, feel the joy of the Holy Ghost. There will still be sad times. And if you're using snippets of somebody's life to judge your entire life, because you get to see 360 view of your life, and then you're using not even quarter, like snippets from somebody's life to judge yourself, that's very unfair. Very, very, very unfair. It would make you not happy with yourself. It would make you're judging based on an imbalanced scale. And if you know about scales well enough, then you know that if a scale is not good, if the scale you're using is not good, your measurements cannot turn out right. I know this because I bake, and measurement is very important. Even for cooking, measurement is very important. And if you're using a faulty scale, then you can't measure right. And that's what a lot of us do when it comes to our life, comparing ourselves with people on social media. You are putting yourself on this scale with people. Like, you're just punishing yourself and making yourself feel less than what you are because you saw somebody's 30 seconds, maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes, if it's a YouTube video, 15 minutes, at most maybe an hour or so video, and now your whole life is on the balance or on this scale, this faulty scale, with snippets of other people's life. That's very, very, very unfair. I need you to understand that this life that you're living, like, is only one life, and the less headache you give yourself, the better. It's better to try to focus more on things within your control and to focus on things outside of your control. I feel like learning this has really helped me to prioritize things and just relax. I work hard to the glory of God, like, thank God for life and progress so far. But at the same time, I'm not one to try to do more than what I can do. If you're focusing on things you can control, you are able to reduce your headache a bit. So for example, when my visa was delayed, like, I was waiting and they had not yet giving me the visa, and we had done all that we needed to do. That's me and my family, and we were still waiting on the visa. I had prayed before applying, even as we applied and through the whole process, as we had done everything that we could do, and we were now waiting to hear back from the embassy about my visa. At that point, like, there was nothing else to do. Worrying about it was something that was very difficult to not, like, it was so difficult to not worry about it. But at the same time, I had to tell myself the truth that worrying about it is not going to bring the visa faster. Like, when you are waiting, how do I put it? Like, if you're waiting, you're waiting. I don't know how you want to say you're waiting faster. Like, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense, right? So you're either waiting or you're not waiting. So if you want to wait, just calm down and wait. If you don't want to wait, then don't wait. But in that case, it was not within my control to do anything anymore, right? Like, there was nothing else to do than to wait. And was it frustrating? Yes, it was very, 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 very frustrating. But at the end of the day, like, thank God for the visa eventually, and thank God that in that season, like, I was able to still enjoy myself. I think that season of waiting was when I really went out with my friends a lot, because I'm like, okay, when the visa eventually comes and I travel, I will not see these people for some time, and these are friends that are like solid friends, so I know I would miss them. Let me not be looking back when I'm in Canada and regretting the fact that I didn't get to hang out or spend time with them. And I did a lot of things I didn't even know I was going to be able to do, like, within that time, because it was a very like, you're waiting for visa, but you're unsure, you are wondering, would you get it, would you not get it? If you get it, like, this is such a big step, a very new phase of your life. And so I'm happy that in that time I spent time with friends. I wrote, finally finished an ebook and put it out. And then business as well, like, I was baking a lot and I was resting a lot. I slept more in that time. I read more books in that time. And over time, I looking back now, I know it was in my mind. Yes, it was in my mind. But I also know that I really enjoyed that time. Like, I'm not thinking back to the time and sad about it, or sad about the fact that I was in Abuja and I didn't spend time with my family or my friends or my loved ones. No, I'm looking back, and as much as I miss my people, I'm glad that phase of my life was there and I was able to utilize it well. But guess what? If in that time all I was thinking about was, this visa should just come out, is it okay to think about it? Obviously, I mean, visa is not free. You pay for it, and then you also want to know, like, you guys, what's up? Let's know what's happening, and let's know which way we are headed. I just allowed myself to be distracted by, oh, this person has traveled, this person has gotten their own visa, this person has gone. We were both discussing it together, blah blah blah. And then I did not try to live in the moment. I did not try to just relax, calm down. It was hard though. It was very hard. I can't say it now because it's past tense, like it has already happened, right? We're living in the future of it. It was very hard. But if I did not enjoy myself at all, or I was sulking all through, did I sulk? Yes, but if I was sulking all through, right now I will be regretting it. I will be looking back and be like, oh my god. So the entire 1 year I was waiting just went by like that. Oh, I should have done this, I should have done that, and blah 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 blah. And this is just one of many examples, because even me, I'm a culprit. Waiting is not the easiest thing, and living your life, like navigating as a young person, I don't think it's supposed to be easy, because you've not lived this life before. Like, you've not experienced this exact day before now, except deja vu or something. But even though you've not experienced life before, you've not had to navigate this exact issue. The next time you find yourself comparing yourself, your life, to another person's life, whether you know the person like in real life or via the internet, remind yourself that comparison is a thief of joy. And secondly, it's not just about the destination. There is a process before the destination. The journey of your life is more than just what you achieve at the end. If you think about it holistically, you get to experience your life behind the scenes, when everything unfolds, as things are unfolding. So you might as well enjoy as things are unfolding, so that when they unfold, it's sweeter. Like, the story, the gist is sweeter, because you're not just saying, oh, I wish I did this, I wish I enjoyed myself more, instead of worrying about what the future holds. And besides, God is good. No, God is actually good. He's a very, very, very good God. If He takes care of the birds in the sky, animals that have no place to sleep, like they don't have a house like the way we think of a house, how much more would He take care of you? He made you. So He's more than able to take care of you. Think back to times where you had pressing issues, like genuinely pressing issues, things that you could not sleep at night because they were on your heart and you were worried about. Maybe it's even currently now that you're worried about stuff, or you're hoping for this, you're praying for that. You're just wishing that all these things can be solved and you move on. And remember the faithfulness of God in the past. Remember times that you thought you would not eat again, you will not have food again, times that you thought this has to be the end. But look at you now, you're still alive, breathing, probably doing a lot better than you were doing before, or some days ago, some weeks ago, some months ago, whatever the case may be. And this is not even an aspire to perspire speech or whatever, because at one point or the other we all need encouragement. But it's not just about encouragement, it's more for you to carry these thoughts into your daily life. I don't just want you to watch this video and then at the end of the video you're like, okay, as if you stay to the end. But beyond watching the video, it would be nice for you to have it in mind as often and as frequently as possible, to remember that this life now one. And at the end of the day, you don't want to look back with regrets. You don't want to look back and wonder why you had so much stress or you worried so much, and you're like, at the end of the day, like, was it even worth the worrying? In the moment of worrying, it's hard to try to say, okay, let me focus on what is more important, or let me focus on things I can control. But it's something you can learn if you really want to. Worrying less is something you can learn. I think as human beings, just being in the world and observing how things go, we learn to worry. The human tendencies leaned more towards worrying, being afraid, anxiety, stuff like that. But you can learn, relearn, unlearn, and keep it moving. You don't have to always be the same way every single day or every single year. It's been so nice speaking to you as if this is a podcast or like a one-on-one session, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful in some way. Bye.